going on YouTube? Showdan here, and this that you're looking at is Showville. We're back with another episode of Cities Skylines Let's Play, and on today's episode we are definitely expanding across the river, so let's get to it. Alright. So I've been looking at this for the last few minutes and we're actually losing people. And the reason behind that is that when you have a look at the demographic of our city, and this is just an interesting thing to actually do in terms of like what kind of makeup you have in your city. A lot of our city is families, right? But we do have, 35% of our citizens are adults, but we have a 17% unemployment rate. So the reason why they're leaving, so we've got 17 people that can't find work because there just isn't enough jobs, right? So people employed, 14,105, jobs available, 14,154. So there's only 49 jobs available within the whole city. So as you can see down the bottom here, I have a very high demand for industry and or offices. So what we're going to do, we've got heaps of money, so we're going to just buy up some tiles over this way and we're going to expand out. We're going to put a new intersection probably around here on this highway. We might put some toll roads in down there just so we get a bit of money off them, and maybe even down this way as well. But we're going to put a new intersection there. We're going to then connect this one up with that one and create a new part of our city in here. We're going to do a lot of office space, and we're going to do that along the river here and probably on this side too. Next achievement, we're going to unlock this tile and put another intersection here just so that we can then put a connection in down here. So what we're going to have to do is plan for a highway connection here somewhere as well. So with that being said, we'll get into it. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is actually get rid of this highway. This part, all there, gone, bye bye, woohoo, see ya. Alright, and now if we have a look at the different intersections we've got, we can try and pick one that looks a bit nicer. I do like this one. Seems a bit complicated, but I don't normally have very many issues with it, and it's got fairly high throughput. So I'm gonna have to delete a few more roads just to put it in, but I do like this one. Alright, so we'll just try and line it up as best as possible. Maybe if I can get it like that, that's gonna have to do. That's as close as I can get it. We'll just run some roads. As I've said before, this isn't really a series about it being the most beautiful. It's a series on being the most efficient. So we'll make sure that is a straight slope. We will do the same again for here. That's going to be a bit more of a steeper slope, so we're going to have to grab this node and just lower it a bit, make it a bit of a nicer slope, and there you have it. There's our intersection. We'll just connect this bit up here, and Bob's your uncle, we're done. Alright, we now have a new intersection to go towards our city. Now what I want to do is have our highway come through here and around down to here, but I also want to make sure that I keep room in here for probably a three-way highway. interchange. So again, we'll look at the assets that I've got and we'll try and figure out which one would be best. That's way too many connections. Around this one. That could work. I mean, it's a very simple thing, which we can just do. We could do it on an angle like this. We'll raise it up by 2. So it's now off the ground a fair bit, allowing us to build around and underneath it like we've done with the rest of our highway. So I'm just going to throw that in there. That's going to be our connection over this way. Right, so now we're just going to connect up some roads, some highway roads. We'll go from here and we'll go on a curve. Actually, no, we'll go straight for 10. Is it not snapping? It doesn't like it today. All right, 10. And we'll go up to 10. I think that's how high this one is. So it's a bit loud in my ears. That's actually at 24. That's quite high. So we'll go 10. Maybe we'll go 20. And we'll go up to 24. Right? So it's the same height as what we're after. So again, we'll go out to the same location. We'll try and keep them as perpendicular as possible, parallel as possible, sorry. 24. That's going to have to do. That looks pretty good to me. All right, let's just turn this around and then we'll use the parallel tool to lay a 3-lane highway beside a 3-lane highway. Right, so this essentially lays multiple roads side by side. Okay, so we only need 2, and what I want to do, so if we're on this side, we need to extend this out a little bit. So I'm going to go 30 and see what happens. That is pretty much bang on. All right, so now from here I could create the 2 roads at once. All right, now is that going to work? Yeah, we'll soon find out. What we're going to do is we're going to go out about 20 and go around like that. Now they do both come out the same way, but you know, like that's life. And we'll connect it up, and you can see it's a little bit off, but that is not a big deal considering the amount of time we just saved. So we'll just delete these 2. We will go back to here with this road. We'll turn off the parallel tool, and then we'll just complete this curve manually, and this one too. So they're now connected up properly. Do the same with this one. Let's go there and there. And then all we have to do is go through and turn this road around. Not that side, this side. All right, there we go. So we've got that sorted, and that looks like it will do nicely. Now all we have to do is connect it up with our existing highway, and we should be right to start building over here. So again, we're going to use the parallel tool. I think we'll leave it at the same setting. Sorry about that. We'll We'll do that, and then we'll try and get a guideline off here. Try and follow it back ourselves. That can be our curve point. Yeah, I don't know whether it's going to work. I don't know what height this is at either. That one. That actually worked better than I thought it did. Or thought it would. Alright. So we'll just move that over a bit. And again. Alright, cool. So we just need to fix up this one and probably this one too. It did look a bit strange to me, so we'll just go to there and there. No, sorry, forgot to disable the parallel mod. There we go. I'll fix that up later. About there and snap to there. Alright, so that's that. We're just going to move this over a little bit, curve it around a little bit just to give it a bit of a nicer curve. We're going to flip this all the way along and then connect this one up properly. Yeah. We use the curve tool, but I don't think it really needs it. And there you have it. That is our highway set up. Now that I think about it, I probably should have actually put in a four-way interchange here. But what we can do, just thinking about it, because we need roads coming off here to go down into the area, right? So if we have, for example, where are we? This running at ground level, right, alongside the highway. So we'll just do a straight road. Just go 20, right? What we can do is, for this way, we can just try and create a bit of an off-ramp. Alright, down to about there, and then curve it on. Obviously this road's going to be running a lot further than that. Straight there, but you get the idea. Then we can just move this around a little bit, curve this around so it's a bit nicer, yeah, and there you have it. There's our off ramp. If I can grab the node, I can potentially try and make this a bit nicer. Yeah, close that out, and we'll grab this straight slope and just straight slope that. That's a little bit nicer. We'll just grab this thing and go down a little bit so that it is a gentler slope. Cool. What I'm trying to do there is actually just get this so that when the cars are coming off, they're not going down and then plateauing and then going down again. So you don't want to be doing this with like the cursor is. So you come off, go down a bit, and then go for about a meter and then go down again. It's just it's very hard on your car suspension, that kind of thing. So we'll just, it's just all very finicky little things. but they all do actually make a difference. See, look at that, straight. That is as good as we're going to get it. All right, so there's an off ramp, and then all we need to do is further down the line. Obviously, we don't want the two intersections nearby, but further down the line. So if we just keep running this straight, further down the line, if I can say it one more time, further down the line. Further down the line, we will create our off ramp. Essentially, I just want to try and actually get it to go on there. Right, so kind of like that. I can fix it with move it once it's there. Like fixing this, like I don't like that. So I might even delete those two nodes and then recreate them. Let's go. What's it doing? Alright, and then from there to there. That's interesting. Get rid of that. Let's do that to there. So that music is very thrilling, isn't it? So if we do something like that, I want it down like that. Yeah, that looks right. People will be able to use that, right? I don't see why not. Alright. The idea normally with these things is actually you have them come down to ground level and then join on. Just trying to get away with it the opposite way, but yeah, naughty Showdan, naughty. So there. Alright, so then you've got your on-ramp from this side of the highway going that way. So we've got a decent amount of space between these two intersections, and that bloody node is back. Yeah, that one. Sorry, it's bugging me. Just bear with me. Right, now that that node is gone, and it's screwed up the rest of the road, but you get the idea, right? So we just create something like that on this side, then something similar on the other side, and create a intersection not in between these two, because that would be a bad idea. Yeah, that would be a bad idea. You would want to create something like this over here, and then this back down at standard height down to there and across, right? Essentially creating a massive roundabout with your on and off ramps on the inside of the roundabout, right? This is just a theory that I'm going with at the moment, so if it fails, it fails, but in theory it should actually work, right? So we'll do that again, and then up to 20. And then essentially not that far out. Like that, right? And then what you can do, because you've got a node here, you can move this a little bit and stretch the intersection down a bit if you wish. Curve this around a bit so it's a bit nicer. Move this one around, move this one this way, curve this one this way a bit. Yeah, you get the idea, right? Now that you've got a connection there, You can get rid of that and then have it come down to ground level and then pop on, right? So then all we have to do is flip those so that they are an on-ramp, right? Although that I've put that in the wrong section for one, because obviously you want your on-ramp after your off-ramp. Alright, let's see. So we're going to do our on-ramp, right? So we're just going to lay our groundwork. I don't want... Alright. So we'll just run a short straight road. That's part of our on-ramp. We'll run the bit for the actual intersection. Right. Turn it around. Grab the node for this. Raise it a bit. Grab this. Curve. Come out a bit. And then just try and get a nice slope onto it. See, I like that curve. Right. Might curve. No, actually this can stay the way it was. The only thing I might change is that it is raised rather than grounded. So we'll do that. And then just lower this tiniest little bit. Move this around to see whether we can get a straighter slope. No, that's going to have to do. But that's pretty good. And then all we're going to do is repeat the process with our off-ramp, remembering that our traffic, our traffic is flowing on the left-hand side of the road. So we want our traffic to be coming off about here to then connect down to here, right? So again, going to lay the groundwork. On the ground for about 4U and then curve it onto the road. Okay, and then we're going to turn around and we're just going to do it from the ground up again. Go with that, move that up a bit just so that it's raised a little bit, and then curve from here, go out a bit and see whether we can find a nice angle. Alright, and then all we've got to do is turn it around, turn that ship around, because Leia knows where Luke is. Right, and then just do that, come up a little bit, and there we go. We could probably bring this in a little bit just to ease off this curve here, but other than that, that actually looks pretty good. Now, traffic lights here, no. Our traffic is flowing in the opposite direction to where we're coming off, right? So we actually want to turn this into a one-way road, right? So we're going to go 6 lane with grass, and it's not going to be raised. Why would I want grass if it was going to be raised? Right, so it's all just going to be a big 6 lane roundabout. It doesn't have to be 6 lane, but what I'm going to do in this section is probably going to generate a lot of traffic. So 6 lane it is. I'll probably downgrade it later, but I just want to actually make sure that the traffic is flowing properly. Now, with the traffic manager mod, we're just going to turn off the traffic lights at the on-ramp part. And there you go. We have our custom made on and off ramp for this section, right? All right. So there's two things that we're in demand of. Okay. It is office space and industrial space. So we're going to do both. Over this side with an industrial road, we are going to do a bit of a grid-like fashion for our industrial roads. Now I'm going to bring this off there because I'm actually looking at leaving myself room to be able to have an intersection coming off here. And if I have one come off here and then have one come off here, or off this way and then off this way, there is not a lot of room there for traffic between intersections. So we'll do that. This can come out a bit further to there, connect up. Try and do this at a right angle across from what we've created. That way everything is what's the word for it? Everything is aligned. See how this angle is 176.9? It's because this road is at a different angle. So that was just me laying a road. So we're just gonna bring this out, make sure it's at ground level, bring it out all the way down here, down again, back in here, maybe along a few more and have it come in there, and then connect back up down here. So you've got two sections that you can get in and out on. If you want to go out this way, you'll go out this one and then merge across. If you want to go that way, you'll go out this one and go up that way. All right. Otherwise, if you go out this one, you've got to go all the way around to get to there, and just be a pain in the ass. So I'm not sure why anyone would do that, but it is Sims. Sorry, I've just been recording my Sim series, so it is. Make sure you check that out, by the way. It is Cities Skylines, so anything is possible. We're just going to put in some connecting roads along here just to make sure that we don't have one or two entries into the area. And then we just need to connect up our water. Water. Water and water, and we might as well connect up this side at the same time. Right, let's connect up our water and then make sure it is powered. So we'll just run this along underneath. Yeah, see that highway is that high that yeah, it'll let us run it underneath, so just run it to there. And then to get this industry area started, because this is just going to be standard industry zone, we're just going to do that one. All right, there's that much demand for it. This is going to skyrocket. Look at that. So this is just to get a connection for the power side of things, right? So you connect as close as possible and then zone the rest. And it will slowly build out from there. Now, the other thing that we can do is put in a train station here. We've already got two down here, which this one isn't even being used, so I'm just going to get rid of it. because it's just a waste of space. Oh, was that helping that get powered? Yeah, it was. Let's just make sure that they have power across there. But yeah, so there's that. We'll let this build. Hopefully, yeah, look at that. We're now, or we were gaining people again. Yeah, look at that. So we're gaining people again. So that's killed our mass exodus just by creating this area. And look, people are already using our highway to go where they need. So this is already being a huge help to traffic. Not that we had a lot of issues with traffic getting into the city. We've done fairly well with actually managing it, especially with this roundabout. There doesn't seem to be too much of a traffic flow issue. When we have a look at our traffic flow, it's at 77%. This is just very busy, but it's all flowing. It's backing up a little bit here now, probably because we've actually got people moving in. Yeah, most of them are going down this way and into our residential area. So we've got to, yeah. I thought this might happen with this connection. So I'm just going to get rid of it. There's one down here to be able to connect. Like, you can go down here and go through there. It's just causing holdups on this roundabout, so we're just getting rid of it. They can either go down here and use this intersection, or they can find another way. The pathing on this is not too bad, so. All right. So we've got that. Our industry area is building quite well. Our demand for industry or offices has gone right down, so that's a good sign. It will fluctuate as I continue playing this, but I'm going to leave it there. We've started our area on the other side of the river with an industry area, so that can tell you a lot about what's going to happen over this side of the city. We do have a fire in our what's this place? It is our farming industry. So that's being dealt with, just not as efficiently as I would like it to be, but it's getting there. It's getting there. I may have to actually upgrade these roads to be able to handle the traffic that's actually coming into them. It does seem like a truck, when it just went in there, right, it held up all of this traffic, whereas if it was this kind of road, it would just go in and wouldn't hold anyone up. So I'll have to see what I can do, whether upgrading the road types will help, but we'll leave it there. Until next time, I've been Showdan. This is Showville. If you want to see more, make sure you comment, like, subscribe, hit me up on Twitter or Facebook, either one. Make sure you go and try and communicate with me. I've got a Discord down there. I'm open to suggestions for this series. So until then, see ya.